It's instead Sentinels who decide to deter back. They see the Viper wall go up, and they know that in due time, the toxins will slowly run out, and that gives them an opportunity, a very small window to burst.
I feel like people that go through unban requests have to be so, like, mentally strong.
50 seconds left, no shots amassed, and no info gathered.
Predictions? It's only if the mods want to do it. You can't force them.
Denying more information here on the A site, but again, Whippy just being completely isolated. He was trying to listen to footsteps over towards A short more than anything. But Sentinel's doing a great job of just cutting off noise, finally dumping all of that util into the back of sight. Now they have the spike.
No, Whippy had the lineup very, very ready for the front default plant, but TENZ
cringe.
6
I'm just kidding.
In the back corner. It's TENZ who decides to get aggressive here. These frenzies, again, they will tear you apart, but one right click to the head with 4 players with no armor, that is going to be a huge hit, and 2 players watching this cross already.
Woo!
TENZ up close and personal. There you go. The double right click. The double pump. It's all too easy. Still version 1. Slowly trying to just work their way in. Cloud right in their face. A curveball to try to plug out. There's a snake bite in the corner, but you can't exactly get too much off of it. There's nobody in the corner anyways. dapr with a quick pivot, and Whippy jumping into his demise.
Tryhards, am I right?
With a pistol round up.
Not like this is their job. That's so cringe.
Nice understanding of when to pull back to that A side and when to go.
Thank you,
Obviously, with Whippy running out of those toxins.
Sahai BTQ for guys, I played against a Brim. No.
In that back corner.
Not Brim.
Very clean round.
Not Brimstone.
One
Who's the one that goes Molly?
Fashion is confidence you can imagine.
That one.
From
Molly.
The moral may not be at its
Brim.
best,
Okay.
So to kick things off,
this motherfucker in silver had Brim lineups for every single plant on A, B, and C site, and it was so cringy. But it was so good, and I was so proud of him. I was like, the fact that you take the time to learn these things, I'm so happy for you. But I can never fucking do that in my life. I will never. Maybe one day, when I feel like getting better. This is why I'm silver still, because I don't take the time to learn. I don't have time, but now I do, because school's over.
I want to keep that poker
hey, Kelly.
We don't want to reveal all too much.
Oh my god. Kelly?
So towards the C side, they do have a bit of a joke, a bit of a wild card. There's one sitting up right in Cuppy, waiting up for that approach. Sentinel's still playing out on this default, but they're still tempting the A site off of a triple.
He's making his way out of sofa for
this 3-man stack is mainly due in part to just Zelsis's presence down towards.
What is this move?
Him alone is getting all that information, and you can see
I'm just passionate about what I talk about.
dapr. It's all a tell, at least from our eyes, that this is going to end up being in a hit, and these 2 players.
I'm glad that 100 thieves on their first map, Kelly.
And Whippy, he's got a sheriff, so they've got a little bit of util here to work with some weapons, and Whippy working his way back up short. If they get the spike down, you lose it this corner, and one walks right into the open arm of Whippy.
Whippy still trying to go big.
Did you hear about the rule that we might not be able to go to,
the frenzy point
well,
blank.
we won't be able to
go
go
down dapr, and that shocked our
Iceland?
Whippy. So well done, at least from Shahzam, but there's still one more person to work for that they just have to deal with, that they just have to keep an eye on. Could be long. Oh, for all we know, but look at that grapple comboed up with a nade. Zelsis takes down zombs. It's still the satchel right behind. Not going to be able to get too much. Penny now has a Spectre wrapping around sight. Zelsis, the jumping right click right from heaven. Version 1. In a flash, they take back the second round.
For those of you guys who don't know, Kelly is Ethan from 100 Thieves' girlfriend.
It's one
and she's a very good VALORANT player, CSGO player. She's very talented, she's smart.
Around very quickly to take down Whippy to allow them to get onto the site, not have to worry of that presence short. Here you can see on the minimap, just a second, as that dapr was trying to flank in on Whippy.
She's studying for medical.
Penny was there.
Smarty
no
pants.
clue that Penny was sitting there the entire time.
Is she single? She is not single.
V1 with
don't try.
A couple of the antics. Also a little bit of heroicism. They will pick up the first round, at least for their
But say hi to Kelly, everybody.
Total in this matchup, but V1, that is a huge
Is she
return.
hot?
Now
Yes,
got
she's
the
very
rifles,
hot.
And they've sent Sentinels into a position where you need to force you to try and bounce back, and well, they're not going to go all in. You're really going to rely here on the Blade Storm from TENZ.
She's smart, and she's good at games. I wish.
I think some of the options for Sentinels are a little bit known, just like Kyedae board. I think it was heroism.
No.
Heroism, Sully. We're still going back though.
Tyson.
V1 wants to take these guys to school here on Haven.
Nice,
Penny, no, walks right into the hands of Sick. So that's at least Garage getting controlled, but not much done on C. They still have that same cheeky play over towards long.
Yeah, they'll give Sick possibly that rifle, or at least a Spectre here. He's got to run it back, full armor. There's a big opportunity that one entry from Sick, we know how impactful he can be with these run it backs and take control of an entire site. But this corner and this cross held, Zelsis can offer instant support here to Vanity. There are no stars and not a lot of util. One nade is available, and Vanity just gonna mop them up. 2 kills, and no support yet from Zelsis as he was forced away by a recon bolt or a tag. It's now put V1 in the driver's seat in a 3v2, but 2 guns retrieved at least for Sentinels to maybe convert something.
V1 in the driver's seat, Sentinels on the fast lane. They gotta make their way over towards the A side potentially, but they're actually wrapping back to B. So version 1 with a faster rotation.
I think I might have accidentally taken off.
For now. Viper wall
VIP
up. It's just
off of
there's no information.
Okay,
you had to go through a dry, and then they're gonna at least get the spike
I must
back.
have accidentally taken VIP off for you.
Shahzam in a cheeky spot.
Oops.
Wants to play up close and personal, but that's the most optimal spot for a Spectre. 1 on each link. 2 players over
I thought it was
towards
because
C.
you donated that it went away, but I took it off accidentally.
Yeah, they were kind of banking on Whippy's positioning and his right side, so he wanted to rotate early towards A. Okay, Zelsis quick leap on in. dapr is going to be able to trade him out, but Whippy from the right side. That was quick. That was just a random burst. I didn't think was just going to go instantly into that.
Oh my god, man. All right, mid-air. All right, is what it is. Is what it is. Cool frag, at least. Version 1. Making at least quick work of the round.
Oh my god.
Still, damage has been done to their economy solely because I was going to say, I mean, you lose out on that second round conversion, and essentially you're giving your opponents not only, of course, an anti-eco, but also an anti-eco against
Kyedae, can we see you play Raze?
That's exactly what V1 ended up capitalizing on, but still they lost out on most of their rifles. Their economy is starting to get more or less at the same pace of Sentinels now.
I
tried.
Well, that's
the beauty of winning that second round force buy is that, well, even if you were to lose players in that in quotes considered bonus, is that you should have credits no matter what, just because you're in a much more stable financial position. And that's what we have here for V1. But like you said, the credits are running dry, and because they lost so many players in that round, that's where it comes back to bite them. So both sides in a huge swing round here. V1 are able to pick this up. They reset Sentinels, but same thing for Sentinels. Both teams taking things extremely slow. Again, that Viper.
But I have the mentality of a dualist. I just fucking run in and go crazy.
And help support his teammate. Sentinels, they have no intentions of that A site. Stars down towards Garage, but they are going to walk their way into B. They run it back, surely to come out from Sick to try and create space, or at least clear out towards back of site where Gong is.
Right over towards Gong. There's still a player remaining. Effie's just holds on tight. And Sick doesn't even want to go for the peek. He's just trying to take down one of these rotators.
No, this is so scary.
Zelsis peeks out at a pretty good time. Well, he's taking down the run it back, and they said he's completely abandoned. Effie's is already here, up close and personal.
One star here as well. Zombs has got to get this perfectly timed. Viper's wall, you're running out of toxins. Trip has been broken on the flank, and that's pulled dapr
Brandon,
away.
stop.
Vanity try and distract. Hot Hands is the other thing. The grapple been activated. Zelsis up top with this showstopper, but nobody is peeking. Sentinels are making no move at all.
Oh, Zelsis! He lands right into the Inferno, going all the way down to 2 HP off those Hot Hands. And Vanity, Vanity. Yeah, at least clear up a couple of frags. The round is done. The round is over. Vanity just trying to do his damage. TENZ, okay. Right as the ammo was running out. TENZ dashes in, gets the kill. Still 2 players remaining for both teams as the round expires. 2-2, Sentinels picking up a big
jealous you're good at Raze and he's not.
dapr maybe gets out of that
I hate my life for the sub. And thank you, Lazek.
Sentinels, they have
for the sub.
Almost
and thank you, Mighty Fans, for the 10 gifted. Thank you so much.
Players. You're obviously going to force back into this round, and in that one, it came down to that flank from
No, you know what's funny? So do you guys remember when Tyson was Raze on split, and they were trying to do that whole... They were trying to be good. It was funny. Like right away after I was like, Tyson, what were you guys thinking with that whole Raze thing? I'm like, I feel like you're a lot better on Raze. And he's like, Kyedae, I'm just trying something new. I was like, oh,
already 2 players, but they are working their way back.
I was trying not to be
Are they actually going to try and clear this out?
I think he's any of 5.
Oh, shot. They actually want to try this. It's the Viper's pit up again.
No, but the thing is that I'm very honest with Tyson. Like, of course, I'm silver,
that owl drone is
and
gonna go through.
Really
Whippy not spotted at all.
Like,
still gonna hug that
my
corner.
input.
Yeah, and as soon as you walk through, 1 HP for sick. Recon Bolt will force Whippy, but he can just retake this position.
2 months.
So much time is just being bought here off the clock. You've got dapr on alert who needs to go huge, but as soon as any contact is made, they isolate dapr just by throwing up that Viper's Wall, and now he's been revealed. Viper's Wall should be going up here in a second, but if you are Sentinels, how do you try to even approach this site? They're saving those toxins just for this exact moment with 30 seconds left.
Again, that Viper's pit, it puts everyone in V1 in such a good position. They can play these off angles. They can play at least anticipating that rotation. And that's exactly what they at least attempted to do. Quick smokes back from Sentinels covering up that B site. The spike is most likely going to go down very soon. And indeed it is! No, Zelsis! No shot could have denied the spike. Still trying to go for another shot into dapr. Misses out again. And now he's plugged up. Shot through the smoke. Zelsis. A disaster. But it's not the end of the round yet. There's still 4 players remaining for version 1. Splitting up the site. Splitting up the lanes. Penny getting one. Dismisses out immediately. TENZ. Oh! Dashing it again. TENZ has been utilizing that dash so well. Just getting up close. Sick now getting 2 kills off the other link. Effie's now the last one remaining on a 1v2. Gonna be able to get one. Spike is still in his face. The Cosmic Divide covering up more time. Shahzam playing Ring Around the Rosie. Effie's gonna go down to Shahzam. Sentinels of such a lockdown over in A link and B link. They get it done.
If you're gonna criticize TENZ for being overly aggressive on post plans, we'll look at that clip. A perfect moment to strike with that dash to create all of that space. Exploit the fact that Penny is going to be trying to set up a Lear. I mean, great read from TENZ, and it net Sentinels that full control of A links and to get them the third as well. V1.
These casters are so good. I know, and they're young too. Sully is 17, I believe.
But we see again a concentration from V1 towards the A side.
I don't know how old
Up
mine is.
Wall to gain orb
they're both really young.
Bravo will delay them only momentarily. Instead of getting the orb, they're just going to force their way straight up. They're going to try and take an early fight, and dapr we slip through the other side as a cam ready to support.
They're really
looking
good
for these early fights, and with the Viper Wall going down, Zelsis not exposed.
Minus 20.
Yet. The action on the other side
so
is not
Sully
much,
and not mine.
And this is the main fight that goes down.
Oh my god.
Gonna be able to get any sort of contact. Zelsis. Yeah, gets pressured away, and the owl drone ends up catching up too.
That Viper Wall.
Still Sentinels keeping things a little bit slower, but of course version 1 being on mostly pistols. And just downgraded rifles. I mean, the best thing that they can do is play these off angles. There's one player over towards garage just waiting up for that contact, but the C side being slowly taken. A plethora of stars back and forth.
Also, those
45
of you
seconds left.
who aren't 100% sure, or you're like, oh, Tyson's
Should be
throwing.
No troubles here for Sentinels. You've got ults, Shahzam. Now have
all of these things. You see how he just went onto site and he cleared it?
Well, TENZ
that's best case scenario.
To exit out on that
correct.
So V1,
he's a duelist.
If you were to approach this site, which they are going to, with nothing
I remember
to lose
someone asked like
this,
why he's rushing onto site and throwing,
gonna spot the
and it literally made no
to
sense to me. It hurt my head a little bit.
Focus to be towards spawn, and V1, they've got the guns to maybe win this out, but do they have the manpower? Well, they surely do in a 5v5. Gravel's being expended. They are already tapped the spike here, but Shahzam's Hunter's Fury was always going to be the biggest detriment. He's going to spam it down here, and there's no opportunity for V1.
Oh, dapr 6 still combining. 6. Okay, goes down to Effie's. Effie's still trying to find one. The round is finally over. Spike going to go off. Everyone going to be able to survive.
No, it's actually so funny. I remember I had to try to explain to somebody what a duelist did, because they were like, Tyson's just rushing onto site and like he's not even killing. And I'm like,
yeah.
I used to call him the Vanity Bucky. Where he would get like crazy. I remember he got that one double kill against C9 Blue with that Bucky.
Yeah.
He's got a judge, so who knows? Who knows what could happen here?
And I'm not saying that Tyson is the best in the world or
anything,
because he does make his mistakes. He's human.
Reinvest into armor.
But it's like,
don't even know how many stars
when people talk and they don't even know the rules, it just makes no sense.
Or tech, not too sure for which side, but I imagine it could be for V1, and you're in a point where you kind of need to figure out what do you want to do with your financials. Do you want to force up?
Yeah, but you guys don't understand how many people don't understand common knowledge.
Their economy, figuring out what Sentinels are have been doing.
Trust me, you'd be surprised.
Sentinels can have the same moment to figure out, okay, how do we want to adjust? V1 are bound to make a quick adjustment to our play style, and it looks like V1 are doing it here. Again, 3 players towards this A side. We'll see what we can get going.
Twitch stream
Sentinels
your
are
wedding.
kind of leaning very heavily, and based on these trips as well, it does make it seem like this could be an A hit early on.
I don't know.
Yeah, it does look like it. I mean, it's sort of just the obvious, right? All of these players just kind of wrapped around, waiting up for their attempt. Now look at listen to this though. We had a poll going on earlier. Map number 1 ended up going 80-20 in the favor of Sentinels, and chat has almost completely changed their opinion. 56-44 going back towards Sentinels again.
Oh my god, they never cleared it!
So Zombs around the corner, takes down Zelsis right off the trade. Still that gravity wall, gonna be able to cover up. You still have that Viper wall over towards long too, and they are just completely choked out, Sully. 120 left in the round. Shahzam walking into the jaws of the beast, aka Whippy in the off angle. Shahzam still gets the kill. Ult orb run in front of him, but not exactly gonna do too much. Zom still has 2 points away from that cosmic divide. Penny in the back line. Really both players still here, and one just anchoring on the other side of the server. Zombs goes down in a heap to FB. That recon both going out, and this kill should just be about done, but Penny doesn't actually go for the peek. Instead throws out the eye, distracts for the FB's frag. 4-3.
We got this, guys.
Okay, V1, small tack pause, definitely sorting things
out.
No,
I would never make you guys pay to watch that.
Well, the approach certainly did not.
You guys want to see Tyson and I just both crying? Like, is that really what you'd want to see?
3 rounds so far towards.
You know what Tyson's vow would be?
Just have whippy bait.
You're my homie for life. I love you. That's probably all he would say.
You gotta chase him down as he's falling out of sewers. And like, little do you know, in the pocket is just.
It's not that he doesn't put effort, but he's very, very simple and straight to the point. Me, I'd be rambling on and on and on for like minutes, and I just cry and cry and cry.
Again, coming at Sewer's position is going to get forced out.
That's me.
Sentinels, they will win that exchange. However, more snake bites, a lot of utility committed here by Whippy just to maintain A, and well, they've won this duel. If you are
Kyedae doesn't include ice in my veins in your valves, I'll unsubscribe. Oh my god.
This is a huge risk for Six to try and look for it, but he does have a run it back to possibly open
I have to do the sheesh after.
And Sentinels
have Kyedae go to the wedding, tower over both of you.
It's the only thing they can do. Sentinels, they have been resorting back to a default already a couple of rounds in this game thus far. And it's been working out for them. I think most of their defaults have actually worked out in their favor. Mostly it comes down to, but it's kind of just the off timing of the rotation, Sully. Yeah, at least that's my feeling of it. Some of these rounds for V1 just haven't been going their way in terms of timing.
And well, unfortunately for Sentinels, they haven't pulled really any rotations. You can see kind of a retake setup towards C off of the Hunters here from Effie's. Sick here again with a run it back is going to use it towards the B side. TENZ, but it's Zelsis again, another bait in switch. Trigger discipline, and this is perfect from Zelsis, but he's spraying. Nothing is connecting, and there at the very end, he'll find something.
Okay, interesting. Sick not even going for the frag. They didn't even know where Zelsis was, it seems. Still Vanity over in mid. It's starting to become a little bit chaotic. Still the spike going to be able to go down. Vanity up a little bit closer, but still the verticality and the distance for Zombs is going to help him out to at least take over that control. Six
that was such a good shot.
Now Vanity, the last remaining in a 1v3.
Oh my god, what the
Six strikes him
fuck?
down. 4 kills for Sick. And Sentinels with a 5th.
Holy
It's
shit!
again a little bit unfortunate. Zelsis could have opened up that round.
What?
Yeah, you would have hoped that Zelsis would have been able to get that first kill almost instantly.
Sorry, and someone in my chat was saying that he's trash.
Down with his utility, but haphazard spray, and they lose the round unfortunately.
Got real quiet.
I think. And Sentinels, that was a round where you keep the majority of your players alive. Sick with a huge 4K entry. Massive going into it. Finally, TENZ and Sick are starting to awaken, it feels like, here in map number 2. And V1 struggling once more for cash. Vanity, who has been on a shotgun, is going to find himself back on another shotgun. The shorty this time around, though. Sentinels once more.
Did you fix your mic settings? It doesn't deafen me anymore? Oh, you want to hear a deafening sheesh? Because I can do it if you'd like.
Weapon, 2 Spectres and 1 Sheriff, and they've got all of the ground to work with.
Okay, well. I don't have it at the highest gate, and it's also farther away from me.
Everyone for V1 just kind of corralled over towards Long and Sick. Alongside 2 of his teammates just barreling their way into the B side. They end up finding one, but they still kind of just abandon this mission. They're still giving up more or less mid control, just keeping an eye on it. Okay, Vanity. No, wanted to pick up the rifle. It goes down immediately to Shazam.
It's like Tyson being toxic, but I realized that he was just making sure there wasn't anybody else behind
He's
that.
already used a judge and a shorty to get up a couple of kills.
Do you ever Shiso loud Tyson hears it?
Still
Yes.
version 1.
So he does.
Couple of specters. Not
he
a
actually
lot of
thinks it's
use,
adorable.
except for the showstopper,
He's like,
really,
oh my God,
to make
I
their
heard
way
you
back
saying
on
sheesh
site.
when
Nice.
Hunter clutched.
Snake bite. Line up over towards Spike, but the Spike goes down
And he's like,
before it even lands.
Goodness, and Sick is just sitting here. Oh, never mind. That is now,
Okay.
that is not a kill you needed to give up if you're Sick. Now you put this in a pretty winnable position. You mentioned that showstopper. Well, now they've got a rifle. All it's going to take is one quick burst, and there it goes out. TENZ sitting in the middle. He could go down so quickly, but zombs from downrange. A huge frag coming out from him. And it's Penny to tap this Spike. Zam is walking his way through garage. It's just a safety measure. Thankfully, Zombs picks up the mistakes that could have happened to Sentinels and land themselves on a 6.
Zombs Nation.
Yo, that coverage from Zombs, though. This guy straight up said that he had his 6.
Holy shit.
Zombs just watching over that across the site. Wonderfully done off the 3K at the end. A little bit more of a farm on the last 2 kills, but that first one all
and
too
thank you,
clean.
Crispy, for the sub.
Sentinels.
That was crazy.
Now they have themselves to gain absolute leverage over this game. We still have a whole lot of economy, but version 1 is on the verge of a reset. We look over towards the setup, though. We see a whole lot of stars at the top of A main.
How do I get what you and Tyson have?
A lot of focus here once more. I mean,
So I'll
we've
give you
seen
guys
so many,
a piece of advice.
Well,
So when Tyson and I first started dating,
up, I'm just gonna beat
or before we were in a
you guys out
relationship.
towards it.
Oh my God. And thank you, Org Gaming, for the
Except to
5
reposition
gifted
this
subs.
poison orb
Thank you.
Straight in front of A main instead of at the very
appreciate it.
front, the entrance.
I'll give you guys a piece of advice. Before we started dating, both of us were really happy with our life. We both had kind of built, not necessarily our identity, but we just knew what we wanted. And so,
what they can get going, and well, Six so snappy. They haven't checked this corner, and it's Penny.
So when we started dating, we were just
this bait and switch, but
an addition to our happiness.
Switched them out, and now Sentinels
If that
controlling
makes
this
sense.
entire site in a
I don't know.
5v2. No
So,
access here for V1.
Don't.
Oh, but Vanity's still fighting.
Nice
TENZ. Very
trades.
preemptive on the spray.
So the thing is,
Trying to spam down the angle.
Don't change
and
yourself.
Effie's goes down to the trade back from Zombs. What a quick take back over towards A, and I was worried about the util.
Yeah, I got scared.
Yeah,
for a
do
second
not
of all that
compromise.
Viper util, the fact that there was no entry.
Please do
possibility
not
from TENZ
force
off of a
yourself
dash.
to
It was
date
like,
somebody
okay, well,
or
how's he gonna
be
create
in a
the space? Well, no.
relationship
Six
if
said, I'm
you
just gonna
don't feel
whip my
like
gun
you're
straight
happy
into
just
the
on your
head.
own. Because, dude, I could spend
There's a
hours just by
massive
myself,
opening just to get
happy.
things going, and they
I
clear out
didn't need somebody,
immediately after
but
Penny in that corner. So
being with
Sentinels
Tyson just added
pick up
another
that
level of
tempo here. Most
happiness, and
certainly
he's like
7
my
and 3
best
look a lot
friend,
more
and I can talk to
complicated
him
on
about
map
all of
number
my
2.
worries.
It's V1
Because we
once
are in the
more.
same profession, I
Kind of in
feel
the
like
same vicious cycle that
our
Sentinels found
relationship
themselves
has
in
gotten
map
stronger
number 1
as
is that
well,
they were
where we
constantly
can
kind of
relate
in
about certain stuff.
transit between full
And
rounds and full buys, and
exactly,
TENZ
don't rely on
picks
somebody for your
up.
help, like for your
Nebula
happiness.
goes out, and he will pick up the
I agree.
Spectre, but a great opening already as it gives now Sentinels plenty of time just to now relax.
So,
and
yeah, it's really important.
That's all they wanted, some breathing room.
But
Version 1
Koala,
haven't
my day
exactly
is
been
going
fighting
really well.
up close
Thank
and
you.
personal in any of these choke points, and you would think that the mid site could be a little bit more of a contest in a sense, but
Oh my God.
still Sentinels just kind of gaining up that control every single time. Penny actually going out for an early swing, trying to anticipate
a
someone
cutie in the relationship.
garage, but still nothing
I
for
agree.
him. Sick takes him down, and that's yet another advantage for Sentinels. Everyone for V1 is around the B side at the moment. This is not looking too
When is
great.
your guys' like dating
Dapr with that
anniversary?
camera
It's
as well.
August 16th.
Sentinels plenty of info that this
It's
area
just
is gonna
concerning to me
completely
because people
cleared
take
out,
good
just in
advice
case
like that
TENZ
and take it
ensure to clear these corners.
Take
so
it to mean
rifle
they
ready,
shouldn't
but
try
that
to improve
shouldn't
as a
be
person.
really any issue here for Sentinels. Possibly
Yeah, I
on the
feel like
post lane,
anything I
things
say
get
will be
dicey.
misconstrued and
Lining up a
twisted,
couple of shots,
but
do they
it's
land in the right
alright, it's
position?
whatever.
Aiming for default, no. For that back corner and nearly pulled in by the Astra as well. That could have gone a little bit dangerous, but a 3v5 post lane and Sentinels, they're definitely looking confident now.
Oh, yeah, they're doing just fine. 2 pieces of util in that same corner, and TENZ doesn't really care. Out and away over towards short, getting himself an easy 2K. And version 1 line themselves up over towards the A site, and that's the end of the round. Version 1, however, Still back with those rifles.
How do you know
I just want to see if they can change anything up. Really just give them a leg up into the second half. Kind of like what Sentinels did at the end of the first half of the SEN.
No, that's not what I meant to say. Don't listen to me.
That they can give themselves.
A need is a necessity.
Maybe V1 have got going for them right now is this.
As in food, housing, stuff like that, right?
Looks like he might be fighting for that control, right? The wall goes up, gets a little bit of space, decides to throw it down in A main.
That you desire to have. That is not a necessity.
That control, and yep, there it goes. So now they've assumed.
I'm so bad at explaining. Oh my god.
Keep in mind, this is a 3-map site, so you could go back towards B, you could go back towards C, and it's sick. He's gonna look to open things up. He's gonna get pulled away by the ground momentarily, but he's got enough space already. TENZ is gonna follow suit in his footsteps. They aren't committed. Look at the positioning of this spike. They still aren't fully going into this site at all, despite the ults that have been committed, and despite TENZ going straight on in. He's denied a kill, but he will eventually get something.
A running
and he's still spraying while he's completely blind, and he's still going for more. It's not a kill from TENZ, it's actually zombs. Picking up a player right in the middle of the smoke, and now look at the routing from TENZ, trying to get the wrap down onto Effie's, just trying to make as much noise as possible, dragging away attention. But version 1, some way, somehow, able to take away the C site from Sentinels, but it's just because they cut noise. They went all the way back towards deep long.
I appreciate it.
Now they're finally on their way back after they clear out C. This is so well done by Shahzam and dapr.
This is such a difficult post match to play because now you've got one coming on your flank, no garage control, but when you're at a
I'll get him to explain that.
Try and create your own opportunities, Shahzam. Whiplash to the left, and it's Effie's instead to find the kill.
Oh, dapr.
I don't feel like I should be the one.
In a couple of these situations in the last map, and in a 1v3, can he pull it off? He starts off strong. A quick burst. We're into long, taking down Penny. We still have Effie's running his way in. dapr 1v1 against Whippy.
Easy for you.
Come on, dapr. Playing the box. Whippy elevated. Whippy spots him out first.
I'm so scared.
dapr run for the hills. Playing time. Whippy still around. Whippy's just throwing out util. dapr gets plugged up. 49 HP. Whippy defuse. Clicks. Still not dead. dapr playing time to Whippy. It's clean as goal. It's all too perfect. dapr wins out the round for Sentinels. 1v3.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my goodness, dapr. What is this man running, dude?
Oh my god.
This guy's in the National World Tag League or something, dude. He's just running around that box.
Did you just mention like professional tag?
I mean, dude, you can't.
You're right. That is sick, though.
You couldn't touch this guy. dapr was just running circles around Whippy, man. Monkey in the middle of the box is what he's playing around. That is perfect. That is crazy from dapr. It looked like in that instance, like V1 had all of that control. They had everything going, and then dapr's like, nah, man, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm just gonna run in circles, and you're never gonna get me. Sentinels. It was a cold first map, but dude, they are heated up here, man. TENZ and Sick, both finding their footing here finally. V1 at a 9-3 deficit. Keep in mind, though, they can still make a recovery. It's not impossible. We've seen what they can do on SEN. We'll see if they can replicate it here on the attack, where they found most of their success on that previous map. Once more, majority frenzies and Sentinel.
Well, I know Mike was having so much fun doing that, dude.
Already up very early.
That's just the essence of
They aren't convinced here, Sentinels, and instead, TENZ here, he might get caught out if he wants to make the cross. He won't. Instead, he'll just sit in the back.
Oh, TENZ. He didn't want to sit any longer. Pushes out the situation, but he's not able to get anything from it. So instead, Whippy. Okay, whipping around. You still have dapr. Okay, still fighting. He does go down to just about 22 HP off the right click, but Effie's and Celsius holding down the line.
Everyone
on B.
is super hurt. Other than
essentially the last two frags in terms of danger on the B site. Still dapr.
Okay. Nice trade.
Cheeky one onto Celsius, but that's the end of the round. Version 1.
I could hear dapr screaming,
with
"Get off me!"
Big pissed around dub, but it got very scrappy.
Yeah, very, very scrappy. That 2K frenzy. The two players kind of just watching the B site. Very smart from V1 to kind of have every extremity covered. You know that dapr was on your flank. You had Celsius just in case you wanted for that swing, and the two players watching the B main swing. A little bit risky, I think, for Sentinels to take such an early fight there when you kind of have a man advantage.
I think he
easily lose 2 to those frenzies. It's V1 will have the start that they were looking for. Picking up the 4th round, and the first and the second half. Bravos both an A main and towards A long. Shahzam denied the info and given ground here to V1. The Viper's wall here is already set up.
I know it's a tough
I don't know how much can be pulled here from zombs.
I say
Q
Q cards, and the Pomodoro technique.
Never mind, it's gonna clear him out ultimately, and yeah, Penny will find an opening. Now you've got to run away.
Okay, Penny's still finding one, and yeah, no, around the corner, Shazam, he was the one that had to run, and well, Penny sweeping up a couple, boosting up. At least his stat line just a little bit more. You still have second dapr, still trying to go for the drop, and Penny, all right, get your ace. Get your ace, baby. Come on, Penny. Still one over towards the heaven side. Oh, okay. Sick. Oh, Sick actually put it to a 1v1. Quick frag got the vanity in the middle of sight, and although it was joking a little bit sully, and yes, finally, Penny does get his ace.
It's okay.
Sentinels does a whole lot of damage that round of V1.
Yeah, I think that round maybe got a little bit too close for comfort for the
way
likes
out
of
of pocket.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
you can see the idea from Sentinels is to delay and play those cheeky positions, that gravel to try and delay the owl drone so zombs can remain in that position. Sentinels
That was a lot of
really
damage.
good job of really.
I think Sentinels did a really good job there, to be honest. I think he absolute trash garbage for the sub.
Now this is all about doing more damage. You take
What's the
them
difference
out.
between biology and nursing? I'm nursing, well, in Canada, it's like a 4-year course that you can take and you can become a nurse right away.
You're not only going to reset V1,
Oh!
you got an opportunity to pull ahead.
Oh my God.
Okay, Shazam.
That was fun.
Touch on the orb and a quick flick back. All right.
Jesus. But if you're wanting to take your undergraduate degree and major in whatever course in science that you want to do,
he's still holding down the line, still
that's
getting more
in order
information
to
off
get
that
into
owl
medical
drone.
school.
Okay,
That's what I want
Shazam.
to do. So.
Off of that interaction alone, you feel a little bit more confident in this a-hole. Does he does have a teammate right around the corner in short to try to help him out. And not only that, but he has more reinforcements.
Subscribe and mistake, but now that I've been watching you more, you're a great streamer. I don't regret my subscription.
Oh, okay.
Alright, fine.
Enemies elected to
That's
pull
funny.
the stars off, so they're trying to sell a fake here. They are really trying to sell a fake.
Thanks,
on the other
man.
side of the map, they're not
And
pulling
thank
because you
you,
have dapr
Lily for the sub,
sitting
and
there
thank you, Jake,
waiting
for
with
the
that
sub as well.
camera, and while 3 players are ahead here,
What
Sick is
technique did you
usually
say
running back,
you're
he's looking for
studying?
that information.
Pomodoro
He will be
technique.
sent back eventually, not before he's
Nice
able to get a kill and then some.
Okay, that's big from Sig. He can stay
Woo!
alive. He can stay
Collapse.
Zombs! Zombs, you absolute
That's
legend!
awesome.
This man was flashed, and he just micro-flicked onto a second head at the same time?
And he was
A
blind
30K
too.
from Zombs to close out the round. This
Ugh.
boy is cold. He's breaking ankles, getting frags. He just looks good doing it. 10th now for Sentinels. Damn.
These are just some
Look at that. Look at that flick.
Thank you, Cody,
What?
to the
You
100
see
bits.
that?
What is
Okay,
this
okay.
game for?
That's our flick of the day, right?
It might have been a flick. It
so
might have
they
just
need
been
to
him
win
being a
3
little bit
games to go
lazy
to
on the
Iceland.
recoil. Who knows? But still,
Oh, no.
It's a double
dude.
elimination, so
It's
if
like,
you
I
don't
get
this
it.
game, it's not a super big deal,
Regardless
but it
of
does
what
add a
no
little
way
bit more
Zombs
pressure.
doesn't get out with maybe at
Thank
least
you,
2
John
there, right?
Christiana,
Perfect
for the
lineup.
$2. You guys are
And
19.
V1, man,
How did that come up? Story, please.
Losing those gunfights is such a detriment, especially at one
Long
against
story
Shazam.
short,
Who knows
Tyson
what
and
that
I hung
opening
out
could have
every
been.
day when we dated.
Now V1 with the lesser guns,
So
just
we
gonna go
just
straight
thought
into
that
the
it'd be
C site,
easier
but Sick with a
to
great curve.
just live
The
together and
Nebula
hang out every
barely
day.
covers out the window and leaves just a tiny gap for Sick.
Like, why not?
6 bullets left, but he's gonna
He's my
maintain
best friend,
control here with his
so-
hot hands. He can take all the time in the world, as he's already picked up 2, and now he's cleared out fully this garage
But yeah,
area. And he
I've
knows that the
been
defender
living with him
Sentinels
for
are gonna have control.
over a year now.
Well, yeah, more or less. Effie's was
We're
still
not
trying it. I
married.
think he actually got a peek into garage.
When
real
we
quick,
dated?
but he still
Oh,
backed out.
sorry.
Okay, shot from Vanity, but
My
it's
bad.
dapr. Taken down immediately and long. And
Didn't you reject him
just
at
like
first?
that, this
No, I said I
round
wanted to get to know
has
him
gone to
better.
the wayside.
Because he
Couple
told
of
me he
investments
loved
from version
me
1, but it's
on the
not
first
exactly
day.
efficient for him whatsoever. Now it's just Whippy trying to find
So
at least one of these last few frags.
I thought it'd be better to get to know
but it's just
him.
aim to take him down.
before-
Flawless from Sentinels. 2 rounds away from pushing things to map.
Yeah.
Tiny,
On the
tiny
first
gap in
day.
that Nebula smoke.
And you know what he
What's
told
the
me?
differences?
He's like,
That was cool.
he's like,
All I'm saying is that if that was
it
Omen,
could
that would
have
never happen.
the
There would've been
worst
no gap.
that you could say is no,
Advocating for
and I was
Omen,
like,
but
what
yeah,
the
Ashe
fuck? That
is
is literally the worst.
a little overpowered in my eyes. So, tiny gap.
I
opens
think
it
you
up for
killed
Sick. He's gonna
Kate
get a
for
couple
this,
kills back to charge
the
up his
sub.
ultimates. Not too many, but he's 20 and 11. Definitely heating up still. Finally, it's V1 who once more in that cycle, that vicious
No, but I
cycle
love
of
Tyson.
no
He's-
credits and well.
I'm not
around,
exposing
if
him.
you
I've
do
already
end
talked
up
about it
dropping
before.
Sentinels have an opportunity to get themselves on a 12.
I think it's sweet.
Carpets rolled out for a 3rd map possibly. Owl drone to clear here.
Oh my
Shazam's just
God.
been running this one over and over to try and allow Zombs in this gap here, but Effie's was ready and prepared. Nice opening, and down go the smokes. Down goes the only controller for Sentinels.
He has a lot of confidence, and he's a super sweet guy.
Tough.
I love him.
At least for Sen.
You have 6 sip waters.
Still a whole lot of potential, though. Who needs a Sentinels when you have bodies? 3 on A once again. But V1 taking a page out of Sentinel's book. Just going for a little bit more of a default. Wow, ballsy, to say the least, from Shahzam. NASCAR peak, F1 peak. Sheesh.
Okay.
Sheesh. Just a quick one, though. Just about 45 seconds left. And V1, they still haven't decided where they even want to go. Inching away over towards that C site, but there's a whole lot of util.
Yeah, there's one trip that'll signify when they've decided
Wasn't
to
he
approach
watching hentai when you first
what's
met
the
him?
run here from these two players?
So I actually
down here momentarily. Hunter's
like
here
knew
to
him
try
from
and open
school
things up, but Sick is
initially.
already in rotation. Dapr in the back is gonna try and lock it down. He knows Zeus is there for the cross. TENZ locks one down in the garage.
Woo!
It's just a crisp hold here coming out from Sentinels.
Nice.
3 players arrived to the rescue.
Yes, he was.
Really only
but I
needed
sat
from
down
2
with him and
Sentinels.
joined.
Now on to map point here to send us to a third, and V1 battling with the lesser.
You now have more subscribers than Valorant Official. Oh, do you mean viewers? I don't care about viewers. I just like that people are watching with me and hanging out with me. It's great. Bro, is she joking or not? I'm not joking.
The rest of this round with us
He's my best friend for a reason.
I think that V1 is just gonna try to go for something all out. And essentially just corral them if they want. And look at the buy. Look at the buy. It's a smorgasbord of guns.
Yeah.
Oh, really, only 2 varieties. Judges and specters going into this round.
No, we had nothing from each other.
In the hands of 6. So pretty good game thus far from Sentinels. They can close it off in a big fashion.
We like trust each other
3 judges.
And I love
this is all just a little bit of a meme for V1, but let's see if it works. Oh my god, it does! Vanity still getting a kill back onto Sick. Dapr covering up. There goes that Viper's pit. In the middle of the pit. Whippy and Vanity all getting kills. The judges are working. 2 players remaining. Zombs and Shahzam. And they're both completely isolated. Shahzam sitting up on the mid side, trying to see if anyone's around. But with that Viper's pit, never would anyone be in mid. You just want to play around that site. So tight. Very up close and personal. Vanity up close again. Has that shotgun, waiting for that smoke to dissipate. As the smoke is about to dissipate, he actually goes back in. But
oh my god, look at Whippy.
Just gets that kill right through the pit. Oh my god. Oh, Vanity. There he goes again. And now just around the corner, Whippy with a kill for the judge. Every single kill from version 1 comes out from a judge. And Vanity gets a 3K.
What?
Oh, okay. Please do not tell me this is the way that we start like a comeback or something for version 1. I feel like that's too poetic for the type of team that they are.
Dude, that's so powerful. To have a Viper's pit on such a claustrophobic site as well, combo that with the crazy judges. I mean,
how did you know Tyson?
The nature of the beast.
How did you get to know Tyson before you guys got together?
Combo just works so
we just hung out a lot in the same friend group.
For V1, and in particular, I guess the Vanity judge, it works so well in V1. If this is the start of a comeback, I will be blown out of the water. Already though, V1 setting themselves towards his A side. Vanity, we know him for this lurk. He's got the Cosmic Divide to support, but he's throwing some stars down. And V1 slowing things down here to a halt.
Long?
Shahzam for 1 player in the cross back.
I knew him since grade 9.
All of this information, and Sentinels know the A hit's coming.
And just want to hold a tight angle. Does have. Oh no! Oh no!
Try, Tyson.
There you go, Zelsis. I was about to say that one way could definitely help them out, but TENZ just gets overwhelmed from the double satchel showstopper. So still now Sentinels, slowly but surely making their way all the way back towards that A site. Just looking at the ulti type situation, you have Sick on that run it back, still have pinning on the Empress, but that's just a little bit solo. That Cosmic Divide going up for Zombs. It's gonna cover up the back short and long side. Everyone just isolated on site. They're trying to shoot out the recon bolt, but they end up going down for it. Dapr takes on Penny. There's still one more in the middle of the site. Zelsis with a quick trap, has to go for more. Dapr and Sick combining.
That's
still a kill back, but Whippy gets traded. And Sentinels, okay, wiping the sweat off their foreheads. They collect at the 13th round. They're moving on to map number 3 to stay alive in the winner's bracket.
Okay, Sentinels right back where we left off. That is the heat you expect from those guys, right? Sentinels,
what the
brought
hell
the fire
is
back
he
going
wearing?
to map number 2 and exiting a 13-6 identical map scores from both maps.
Why does Sully look so drippy today?
A rough start on Ascent, but they picked up the pace here on Haven. They clearly showed dominance on both the defensive and attacking side. Moving on to that third map, Sentinels, they've got the fire, they've got the momentum.
And thank you, Cat Happened
it's going to be a mental reset.
Haven is an incredibly good map for both of these teams, and this
can't
was
believe he's
bound to be
17.
close. Both of these.
Yep.
In rate when it comes to light buy versus full buy for the side of Andbox, and
Okay.
seeing why.